Hello, ladies. How are you today? This is a fine Sunday afternoon. It's very chilly down here in San Diego County. It's breezy, so I have to wear my blazer. So this is our second live class. Actually, I'm pretty enjoying doing this. So we might do it like probably once every week or two. I have a question from Megan. I hope Megan is watching right now. She is in a monthly membership and she has a question. And I think, this is a very important question that a lot of you ask me. And I responded to her, but I don't feel satisfied in my response. So I would like to do it again here live. So this is what Megan asked. Hi, Kat. I just wanted to write you and ask some questions. My EUM came back to the picture after 5 weeks of no contact. Things are going okay, but his reappearance has triggered a lot of unresolved wounds from past sexual trauma, memories of rejection, pain of feeling unloved, anxiety, etc. In healing these wounds, is awareness what is actually key? I'm a bit confused by what healing actually means in practice. Is there some other action required besides learning to be aware of my triggers and baggage? I meditate daily, have read Eckhart Tolle, and listen to your classes frequently. Would you recommend any other practices to help heal my inner wounds? Or is healing something that arises naturally once you're aware? Thank you for your guidance. Yes, Megan, healing is something that arises naturally once you are aware. You know why? You know why? Because when you are aware, thoughts stop. So if your thoughts do not stop, meaning you're not aware. It's as simple as that. When you are thinking, you are not being aware, especially when you identify with the thoughts, whatever it is. Oh, I'm damaged. I'm this. I'm that. So be very aware of that movement in your head, telling you stories of the I, stories of the self. That is your belief system. It's not who you are. With you being aware, all these thoughts will dissolve. And in their dissolution, healing arises naturally. I love what Osho says about awareness. Whatsoever deepens in awareness is virtue. Whatsoever disappears or dissolves in awareness is sin. So awareness is a transforming or a transformation force, a transformational force. Okay, it turns whatever dark, whatever ugly into something light and beautiful. And it does take a lot of practice for you to be able to notice that, because a lot of time we think we are aware, but we're not, because we are still engaging in the pity me stories, in the sob story of the I. That is what causes you the mental anguish. So because you are not aware, okay? So yes, Megan, when you are aware, you will even stop before the thought that I'm damaged creeps up. So all these wounds that you are telling me are just memories of the past, the thoughts of what happened to you in the past. They have no bearing or reality in the moment, in here, in the now. In here, in the now, everything is right in the universe. Only your thoughts bring you to that very dark place, the stuff that no longer has substance. It's just things that happen you know, in your memories now. And it's an illusion. In the now, there is no anguish. In the now, there is no suffering. So until you come to that awareness of choiceless awareness of moment to moment, you will not understand what I'm saying. But you will get there. You know, every one of you will. You just have to keep bringing whatever thoughts that cross your mind into that field of awareness and let them dissolve. If these thoughts of love that comes up in your awareness, watch it. If it positive feelings, positive sentiments, it usually deepen. And it makes, that is what I will also call virtue. Whatever deepens in your awareness is virtue. And whatever dissolves, either it's anger or anxiety or resentment, that is sin. Why do these negative things dissolve in awareness? Why do you think? Because awareness prevents you from identifying. The lack of identification is the gate toward liberation. So practice that. Just be okay. Whatever feeling arises, whatever thoughts that arise, just be okay. Surrender to that. And you will see that whatever it is that bothers you will just dissolve when you don't engage, when you don't react, when you don't resist. Do not engage, do not react, do not resist. Just like you watching probably the clouds, or you watching people passing by. Do you understand what I'm saying? Take a step or two back from your thoughts. And again, it takes practice, but you will get there. So just watch and surrender and release. Let it go. Let it go. Just like you watch the birds. You watch, you enjoy them, right? But you won't be able to catch them. So you just watch and surrender to the fact those birds are so entertaining, are so beautiful, and release them. Let them go. There's nothing you can do. So that's all. There is no special technique for healing. It is just in the direct seeing of what it actually is. And sooner or later, you will understand the mechanics of the disappearance of thoughts. And when that comes, you will never be depressed ever again. You will never be distressed. Yeah, probably you'll be stressed out every now and then, but the minute you bring that into your awareness, they dissolve as well. So that is the magic of awareness. This is basically the bottom line of everything that I teach. It's not about techniques. It's not about strategy. It's about just being aware. Okay? So I hope that answers you better. Now, I would like to answer a few questions that came in earlier. So this is from Jamie. How do I show compassion when he's really stressed out about his job and is anxious or depressed without me getting sucked into it or becoming his emotional crutch? This is a new relationship. You know, the best thing when your partner or your man or your guy is stressed out or depressed or anxious, just give him the space. Okay, don't try to you know, to make him open up, talk about his feelings, about what he thinks. When he's ready, he will come to you and tell you. You just have to be there in silence, in fact. You know, just sit with him, maybe massage, like, you know, his neck, or rub his thighs or his arms, just to show him that you care without saying a word. And, you know, you can say something, I'll be here, you know, whenever you need something. But for the most part, really just leave him alone. Don't try to fix, don't try. You know, a man doesn't really appreciate you trying to fix their situations unless they ask. So if they don't ask, just let him be. You know, they will get out of their funk anyway. Like, you know, I'm sometimes in that mode too. And, you know, there's nothing that my boyfriend can do that, you know, that make me get out of that state. I will get out of that state on my own when I'm ready. So do not try to be a therapist, to be a crutch, like you say. Just let him be. He'll be fine. He's a big boy. He'll be fine. Okay. So let's see. Anyone who wants to ask questions, you can just post it on the comment section. This is from Mala. So I was the one to break up with my ex-EUM. We have exchanged friendly texts and 1 or 2 phone calls and hung out. But neither of us has discussed the relationship or what really happened or whether we could get back. He just sent me a text of him and his son at their college graduation. Does it mean anything? This is after 2 weeks of no contact. Mala, yes, it means that he is missing you. And as I always said to you, he liked you, but you were always upset. So he's scared of you. So he doesn't want to go down that toxic cycle again. You know, he's trying, you know, to come closer to you, and then you start with the expectations. And then when he disappears for a few days, you're getting all upset again. You're getting all offended. So if you keep doing that, you know, anyone, not just men, anyone would just like be scared to come to you. So take care of your emotional needs first. Okay, fill up your emotional tanks. Nobody can do it for you. Own your feelings, own your emotions. Nobody is responsible for your happiness. Nobody can be responsible even if they want to. Because, okay, so your expectations are why this happened. But you already know that. You just had a hard time trying to sort of come to terms with it. And I do understand it takes time sometimes. It's okay. So just be nice to yourself. This man likes you. He does. But you are too easily wounded. Like, you know, you bring all these stories of the past, of you being abandoned and all that into this relationship. And this is what you got. But through practice meaning like you keep dating. So you get a better understanding of your own habits, mental habits. Okay, one of these days, one of these guys, whether your EUM or the new guy, would do the right thing. And it's not because you demand it from him. It's because they want to, because he wants to, because he feels you are so special. He wants to make you happy. And for you, for a guy to want to make you happy, you have to be happy already, right? That's the paradox. A guy wouldn't try to make a very sour woman happy, a woman who has so many neuroses, for example, so many issues. That is a repellent. But a guy will try so much harder to make a happy woman happier. So that is the key. Okay, so you got this. And this is from, let's see, I see somebody. I want to see Amal's question. Let's see. Oh, could not find it now. So, this is from Angela. What's with the ghosting after intimacy and or getting what they want? Emotional abuse gone crazy. How to see it coming? Well, you already know it, that the likelihood is when a guy is intimate with you, for the first time or the first few times or early in the relationship or in the courtship, whatever you want to call it, they will need some time to just recharge, regroup and recharge. So just expect it. That is better than expecting him to call you right after sex, really. Expect that he will disappear for a few days. And it's okay, it's okay. He'll come back more often than not. Unless, and it happens too. But that's why when you have sex with a guy, do not have anything attached to it. So you have sex and you let go. It sounds very cold, I know, but that is the only way that you will be spared from this heartache. So if you don't want to go through that heartache, which means that you're gonna always be in that state of wanting something and not getting it, though, then don't have sex. But this is a practice for you. Practice meaning that, let's just have whatever you like moment to moment without any agenda of the future. I know it sounds very, I'm sure this is not a very popular notion out there, but I don't care. But because that is what works, okay? So have sex because you want it, not have sex for an agenda, not have sex with a concept that he needs to do this, that after sex. Because likelihood you won't. So what are you gonna do? You cannot control other people, especially not men, okay? So just take care of yourself, be okay with whatever. Don't mind what happens. Then you will never be hurt. And do not take like anything personally. Like most things, maybe, if you cannot, do it like with everything. Most things are nothing to do with you. Okay, it's nothing to do with you. So you are fine. You're okay. Only your belief in that you're damaged, you're bad, you're this, you're that, will become your reality. Whatever you believe in, you'll find evidence of. That's all I can say. Okay, here's from Dolores. Sometimes I give my guy space without him asking for it. I don't like to smother because I have a life myself. I think he feels like I'm neglecting, but I'm not. How can I reassure him without being around him all the time? We have been together for 10 years. Well, he will tell you when you're being away too long, right? When you say, hey, what's wrong with you? Why not here? Why are you always so distant? Then, show it with actions that you are there for him. Simple. Because the guy is the leader. He will basically decide the pace of the relationship. Maybe he's too clingy for you. Is that what you mean? If he's too clingy for you, then there is a sign maybe you need to cultivate more emotional availability. So whatever it is that triggers you, that challenges you, that annoys you, it's a sign that you have to develop that thing or to cultivate that thing that you are rejecting or denying. Okay? So if you are so offended, for example, by a guy wanting, space to himself, wanting to go on a solo trip, for example, and you feel so neglected, that is the sign that you need to cultivate your sense of freedom and independence. So there is always a lesson in everything. And relationship is really a greatest vehicle for growth, because through relationship, our partner will be holding a mirror in front of us, showing us who we are, what stuff we need to work on, because they will trigger a lot of wounds and a lot of issues within us that we wouldn't otherwise realize if we are not in the relationship. Isn't it true? Right? Like most of you are really nice, confident, beautiful, gorgeous, successful women. But when it comes to relationship, you become so like messed up, so mushy. You just don't know what to do. It's because relationships make you so vulnerable. Relationships trigger a lot of unhealed wounds inside of you. So it is a great place for you to really look deep within yourself and bring out all that things that you need to heal, need to bring awareness to, need to transcend. Is that okay, Dolores? Now, from Elizabeth. My friends and family have comments and judgment on why my boyfriend isn't doing this, that, or the other, like not meeting them or taking me on vacation. I understand we are not there yet, and I don't want to push. Rather, let it unfold. How do I kindly deflect these comments? Yeah, I know. A lot of your family members, your girlfriends, they are they're projecting their own stuff on you. So whenever sometimes not even those people but like the ladies in the group, when they give advice, oftentimes they're going to project their own unresolved issues on your case, on your situations that that make you like even doubt yourself or make you feel even worse, or doubt my teachings, for example. That is okay though, because through that interaction with people's opinions, you can really check with yourself how secure you feel within yourself, how secure you feel with your own worth, your own desirability, your own relationship. So it only bothers you when you do believe in what they say, right? So if you're aware, if something bothers you, only because deep down you agree with them. So there is also a venue for you to look into that agreement. Is it really true that I'm not worthwhile, I'm not good enough? Okay, there is always a lesson in something. So if you don't know how to, deflect them, or then just either tell them, I don't want to talk about my relationship, or divert the subject into something else, or just leave. Okay, or just okay them. All right, okay, whatever, but go into left ear and out of right ear. So no need to be reactive about it. They're trying to help, though they're also going to project their own stuff on you. This is from Beth. I have a man who keeps coming in and out of my life and going back to an ex he isn't happy with. He hasn't even given me a chance to be in a relationship with him. We start to date and he goes back to her. What should I do? I have so many of you, who come to me because of this. And I always say to them, and I even write a blog post about it, hold the door wide open. When a guy isn't finished with his past relationship, isn't finished with his ex, do not expect anything, because he's not ready. My ex did the same exact thing. And when I found out, I was so angry. And I asked him, why did you do that? And he said, because I want to be sure. I don't want what ifs if I have to commit to you. I want to go on the last rodeo for the last time, to see how I still felt about her, sorry. So, yeah, and it does make sense, don't you think? When you're not done with someone, you really want to go on the last ride to see if your feelings have changed or not. And as it turned out, he said, I didn't feel quite the same way anymore. And then not long after that, he proposed. Then we got married, right? So that is what happened. So don't be discouraged when a guy is not over his last relationship or his ex. Just do not be exclusive with him. Just enjoy him together with other guys. Okay? So if he keeps coming back and forth, since you're not obligated toward him, and as long as you haven't been turned off, everything is fine. If you're turned off, then bye-bye, just no need for drama. Just say, this is not working for me. You're just annoying. Keep going back and forth, to your ex, something like that. Doesn't matter. Whatever, doesn't matter what you say if you're done with a guy. It only matters when you blow up and then you apologize, blow up and apologize. That makes you look unstable. How do you deal, here from Margaret, how do you deal with a friends of benefits? Will leaning back help? Yeah, of course. And in every situation, I lean back, even in my business. I lean back in every aspect of my life, unless or except that when I'm in a restaurant, I will be busy ordering some hot sauce and all that. So other than that, I'm pretty, I lean back most of the time. So yeah, even in a friends with benefits of situation, a lot of friends with benefit situation turn into relationship when the woman polarizes herself to the guy by being feminine, being soft, being agreeable. So sooner or later, he's attached to you. Okay? So even though for a guy, probably sex doesn't really like bond them right away, but sooner or later, he will feel that too. And whether or not a guy bonds you through sex, it really depends on who likes whom more. So if you like the guy more, then you will be the one who bonds first. If he likes you more, he'll be the one who bonds first. Okay, so all these like stories that people tell that guys can separate sex from love, which is true, for in some part, but if ultimately sex is also what bonds two people together, what bonds a guy who is into you with you. So do not take a very extreme approach to sex. Okay, just be moderate about it. I teach moderation in everything. Okay, not one way only, not the left way only or the right way only. Be everything. Be everything. And you cannot be wrong when you're everything. Okay, so let's see, what are the questions you guys have? Okay, this is from Amal Clooney. Woohoo! I hope you can cover how to get over an ex if you haven't gotten around to it yet. My bandwidth is so awful, I can't watch clearly. I will watch one. It's recorded. Thanks for going live with love. Okay, Amal, how to get over an ex? Get under somebody else. It's really that is the quickest way. If you haven't found anybody else, then just, do things to make you happy. Do things that make you feel content. Immerse in some worthwhile projects, a hobby, or contribute something to people who are in need, for example. The oxytocins released through the act of kindness or doing things that you love, maybe dancing, singing, will help you heal that sense, that separation anxiety. I know it's not an overnight thing. It took me, I think, 4.5 years or 4 years until I was ready to jump into another relationship full blown after my split from my ex. So it's not an overnight thing, but that is okay. This is something you have to go through. So do not resist it, because whatever you resist, whatever you deny, will go underground and will pull the strings from the dark. So accept that you are hurting, accept that you're sad, sometimes you want to cry. It's okay. Surrender to whatever feeling arises moment to moment. Do not judge yourself. Do not judge your feelings. Okay, be okay with it. When you are okay with your feelings, whatever they are, however bad they may seem, they will dissolve. That is what I've been talking about awareness. Awareness going to dissolve everything that is ugly into something that is beautiful. What is ugly is perhaps, the anger, the resentment. But because you bring awareness to it it will dissolve into something beautiful, which is what? Which is compassion. Compassion to yourself first and foremost, before you can be compassionate to him or to other people. And with that compassion, you could see that, you know, the man who hurt you so bad is facing his own demons. It's not because he wants to harm you. He wants to be malicious to you. It is where he is in his journey, just the way it is where he is in your journey. Through that understanding, compassion, then your suffering will dissipate. Ladies, I really want to talk more, but my battery is at 14% right now. So I guess I have to stop. Let's do it again some other time. Okay, there is another question I will answer. This is from Ayan. Ayan says, when ex-EUMs come back and ask if she has found someone and she has not yet, do they think less of that woman? Like, oh, she must not be that much since she hasn't been claimed yet. Even when she has a rotation, does that make the feel like there is less challenge to claim her back? No, I don't think so. You know, as long as you're not pursuing, any guy would sniff that, you know, she's busy with other guys. It's simple. Guys just think like that. Oh, she's not pursuing me. She's not blowing up my cell phone. She must be busy with other guys. That's the kind of thought you have too, right? When your guys or your EUM leans back, oh, he must be busy, you know, having an orgy with 3 different women or something like that. So, all right. This is from Shiomara. Why do men pull away if they are getting attached to you? Is it because he is fearful? As I said in the previous class, pulling away or rubber banding is something so natural with a guy. They don't even plan it. They don't even think about it. It's just a natural response, like animals naturally respond to their surroundings. It's a natural response to their own, say, processing. So when they feel close to you, for example, you know, they feel that pull and push inside between their needs for their freedom and independence and their attraction toward you. So oftentimes they have to process it in their own time, and they cannot process it when they are with you. They need to be alone to process it. They need to feel that it's okay for them to have you in your life. So if you always disturb this cave time by always trying to communicate with him, to be in his presence, he will never have that time to really process his conflict between independence and his needs to be in a relationship with you. So you're not helping yourself. So let them pull away. Do not come and getting all upset and angry and asking him what he's been doing, why he hasn't been calling, and that. Okay, Xiomara? It's okay. It's okay that man pulls away. Sometimes I need my space too, and I'm a woman. And sometimes Joe would ask, "What's wrong with you? You're so distant. Your energy is so low." And I said, "Nothing wrong with me. I just being me. Like, you cannot expect anyone to be up and down 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Just be myself. You know, I'm not even thinking about you. I'm not even thinking about relationship. I'm just being myself. I don't know why I appear as if I had a low energy. I don't know. You know, so this is like the same questions. Why do the skies look blue today? Who knows why? Stop asking why. Just keep it moving. And, you know, 2 months from now, 2 years from now, you won't even remember this today. So always just ready to let go. Don't attach to anything, okay? Here, Julie. Kat, he finally called and we talked about the issues, but he thinks we didn't resolve anything because he thought I didn't understand him. He thinks that I shut down and I didn't bother to reach out to him during the past week. He thought by not reaching out to him shows that I'm moving on. I said I didn't reach out because I was afraid that I will be ignored again. He said, this is the third time we have been talking about communication. He asked, when are you going to learn? Kat, our conversation ended with him saying, we should take some time apart. I know I made a mistake of asking, is that what you want? He didn't respond. What do I do? Let him be. You know, don't act like the one down in this. And you have been acting like as if he was God gift to women. He's not all that. So now he made you wrong for things that you didn't do. So let him process it. It's always like so much easier when you don't do anything, because when you don't do anything, you don't make mistakes. So, so he wants to take sometimes apart. Sure, give it to him. Let him sometime, have some time apart. And meanwhile, you get busy. As I said, if a guy, the so-called boyfriend, doesn't call me, doesn't talk to me in a week, rest assured, I wouldn't be sitting at home, twiddling with my thumb, looking at my cell phone. I'll be out there talking to guys. So just be easy to lose. He's been on this rodeo for a long time, okay? So just be easy to lose. This is from Sierra. I know, I have 5% left on my battery. Kat, you're awesome. I'm at a point where I'm able to relate and let go of the outcome. Stay present and in the moment. Exactly, Sierra. And you can do it. Let go of the outcome. It's an illusion. You think you can control. Because you think you can control, then you become a busybody. You're so busy trying to do this, trying to do that, fix this, fix that, and you crash and burn as the result. And you lose touch with your feminine essence. You lose touch with your feminine's joy and softness. That is the one thing that will make a guy come to you and love you and bond to you and fall in love with you. So being so gender driven is very masculine energy, and you won't get very far with that. You might get the commitment, you might get the ring, you might get the wedding, the marriage, but it wouldn't be the type of relationship you want. How do I know? I've been there myself. So don't follow that. Don't follow me, okay? Jacqueline, should I see others while baby daddy is on his solo vacation? Well, you're not official and you've been rotating, right? So yeah, just do whatever to help yourself. Focus on yourself. Nurture yourself without an apology. Guilt and expectation go hand in hand. When you have no guilt, you have no expectation. When you have no expectation, you accept yourself. You're compassionate to yourself. When you accept yourself and you're compassionate to yourself, you come across very soft, very mesmerizing to anyone. Because you accept anyone the way you accept yourself. That is the beauty of self-acceptance. And we'll talk about it in our next class. Okay, Ashley, what is your question? Wow, it's 6% now. From 5%, it goes up to 6%. Okay, I will just talk until the battery runs out. Okay, Ashley, what's your question? Let's see. Here, Connie. Sometimes I want a boyfriend again. I'm divorced with 3 kids and miss having someone. But then again, rotational fun has me clueless on what I want. A few of them basically treat me like we are together, plus I don't really have the time for a relationship with, with what this? Sorry, I cannot try to see more, but it wouldn't let me. I don't really have the time for a relationship or with young kids that I would want to dedicate, need to make money. So I'm thinking I should just be single and hang out with multiple guys, and some are really sweet with me and give me the feeling of having someone without a commitment. So not sure if it's enough for now or if I miss having someone, but when they get too close to me, I tend to feel uncomfortable, or maybe they aren't the one, but just having fun with my fan club, like I used to call it. Then some get mad about me hanging with others, but I'm not with them, or they don't want me to, so they can get mad. I'm just having fun and like the tension. So that's where you are, hon, in your journey. Accept where you are. Honor yourself wherever you are in your journey. If right now just hanging with a few guys is enough for you, then it's good. There is no right or wrong, okay? If you later you want a more committed relationship, then you get to it. You always know whenever you're ready. Uh, if you date around like that, then you will know. You know what I'm saying? What when things are enough or not enough. So what you want and what you don't want. Hi, Kat. Here from Surly. How are we supposed to share our standards when we are not supposed to be reactive? I feel like calling and telling him that it's okay if he wants to stay away. I would have preferred if he was upfront, but I respect his wishes and wish him all the best. All the best. How are you supposed to share your standards? Through actions or lack thereof. If he's not acting like a boyfriend, he is one of many. It's as simple as that. You don't have to spell out, my standards are high, I need this, I need that. Okay? It doesn't work that way. So if a guy is not showing you, the type of relationship that you want, then you're a free woman. Just keep dating until you find that person who will give you what you want. And it only takes one person. It only takes one guy, unless of course you are polyamorous. So don't get discouraged just because one dude doesn't give you what you want. There are so many other dudes out there, and just enjoy your freedom. Okay. All right. I'm trying to see Ashley. Oh, Ashley is so, I cannot scroll up. I'm sorry, hon. Unless you want to write it down. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Oh my God, this thing sucks. All right, ladies, don't get discouraged if I'm not reading your questions and answering them right now, because we're going to do it again. Okay, this is from Karma. My EOM says he's interested, just not ready. We text, but I haven't seen him in 6 months. I lean back and he'll text, but won't see me in person. Should I just let him be and move on? He wouldn't even be in my awareness if he hasn't seen me in 6 months. Then it's really nothing. It's just like an acquaintance. So move on. Yeah, when he comes back, you can entertain him. But if it's just text, hi, how are you? What did you do? How's your weekend? I would just stop answering after a while. Why waste your time? Okay? Trying to, I cannot scroll up, Ashley. All right. I think, okay, from Debbie, how to be less reactive. Reactiveness comes from the story of the I. It comes from the ego, because you think, oh, I'm being disrespected. I'm being basically, because you feel because you think whatever it is that people do, it's related to you. It's all about you, and then you become reactive. You are discounting altogether that people have their own stuff, their own stories, right? So that is what I say as, that's what I call egoic consciousness. So long you are still in that egoic consciousness, you're going to be always reactive. So if you want to learn more, you can sign up for my program called Journey Inward. And ladies, I just want to say something before I close this session. So come to the retreat on the 1st through 4th, and I will talk a lot more about these things in this beautiful, beautiful environment. You see that? Okay, you're gonna rest and relax and eat good. So just sign up for the retreat, and I'll talk to you again sometimes next week. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.